Overthinking almost ruined the first 22 years of my life, and this is exactly what I did to get out of that bad habit. Now, first, what is even overthinking? What does that mean to me? When I say overthinking, I would literally have a lot of different conversations in my head before I had one simple conversation because I wanted to rehearse and make sure I didn't mess up. Or I would have a simple conversation with somebody and in my head I said something weird or said something a little off, and then I would constantly replay it in my head over and over again, just leaving that conversation. And that was miserable. Like there's no other way to describe it. That was horrible because I was just torturing myself. I mean, I was really hard on myself when in all reality, I did not say anything weird or anything off. I was single-handedly making my confidence go down because I did not have faith that I could carry simple conversations, or I could be normal in this social interaction, or I would always tell myself that I messed up doing this. But in all reality, I was just overthinking, and all of it, 99% of it was so unnecessary. Now that I'm at where I am now in life and just my mental where I am now, it's really silly what I put myself through. And I know a lot of you are doing the same exact thing. And I promise you, if you're hearing it from somebody else, hearing it from me, you have to stop it. Your life will completely change when you quiet all those voices in your head. Not trying to make you sound crazy, because I had the same thing. I had one voice, a very annoying voice in my head, to be quite frank, that would tell me I was doing something wrong or I was about to do something off. Like that voice being quieted just changed the trajectory of my life completely, made me more free, more confident. I just feel like I can take over anything. And I truly believe that. In the past, no chance. I was nowhere near that way of thinking. Now, why do we overthink? Why do you overthink? And the gist of it is because of you're dealing with the fear of criticism. You're afraid of being judged. You're afraid what people will say to you if you react a certain way. You think that all eyes are on you. You think that there's a harsh punishment for being criticized. That's kind of how humans evolve. Like back in the caveman days, we had to be a part of a group. So we had to be accepted, and it was for our survival. We cannot be an outcast. If you were quote unquote criticized back then and you were outcast, your survival rate was extremely low compared to the people who fit in with the group and added value to the group. And now we take that into our lives to this day, and it's weird because in our reality, we all know that this isn't part of survival, being criticized. We're not going to die as soon as we're criticized. When people say fight or flight, I mean, that is a prime example. And my biggest realization was that I was overthinking out of fear and a limited way of thinking, not thinking in abundance at all, not realizing that there is a solution for every possible problem out there. There are thousands of alternate routes that we can go on. And there's always, like I said, there's always an ideal solution or ideal outcome on the other side. And you have to live your life through that lens. That was my biggest takeaway. Everything always works out. So why go into it asking myself 100 different questions and being worried about a outcome that hasn't even happened yet? If this thought does not serve me, if this thought does not add confidence to my life or excite me, inspire me, make me look forward to something, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not entertaining it. If you've been watching my videos, you've heard me say a dozen times that meditation is what changed it for me. Meditation is what unlocks the peacefulness, serenity that I have in my life, and just the knowing that I will be okay in any circumstance. I will always be okay. I don't care what anything happens. I will always be okay. You will always be okay, but it's going to take way more than me telling you this or anybody telling you this. There has to be some unlock in your head. And I really wish that people will believe me when I say this, but when it does unlock, your life will change dramatically. it will change dramatically. I am so passionate about this because my life did, literally night and day. I was just fearful of so many things and I could not be free. And once it clicked, it clicked. Like it just, everything changed and I enjoy life so much more. So one last thing was I realized I needed to stop trying to be perfect and just take action. I mean, once I got to the point where I could consider myself an action taker, obstacles in front of me just looked so small. I realized that sitting around thinking about different outcomes and planning for things that most likely weren't going to happen was just useless to me. And then I got to the point where I'm like, this is what needs to be done. So I'm about to dive in. Whatever happens, happens. But I know an ideal scenario is going to happen because that's how my brain is wired. I know either I'm going to get to the outcome that I want quick, or I'm going to realize that, okay, this path doesn't work, so I'm going to autocorrect and get to another path that is going to work. I'm just going to get closer to the solution regardless of the action I take. And that's what I'm trying to drill into your head. Whatever cause of action, whatever course you take, it is going to work out. Either you're going to get to that outcome quicker than you realize, or you are going to realize that, okay, this may not be the way to do it, so let's try another thing. Either way, you're just inching closer and closer to that goal. And with that way of thinking, you're not going to be procrastinating or thinking about all of the different ways that this could go wrong. You're just going to dive right in. And of course, you always do your due diligence. Make sure you're doing the proper research and you are preparing yourself. But the quicker you can dive in, the more successful you're going to be because you're not worried about failing at all. So your life isn't determined by the thousands of thoughts that you have on different scenarios. It's determined by the actions you take and the moment that you finally decide to get something done, because all it takes is a simple decision and then you move on. If you enjoyed this video or got something from it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next one.